This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Edmonton Oilers Sunday discussion. Today. Holy crap, you'd almost imagine like I'm bored or something this afternoon. But no, in all seriousness, beautiful day outside. I already went for a walk down to the store. Now it's time to get back to it. Obviously, we already discussed the stuff about Mike Smith, the puck handling, that kind of stuff. So now it's the off the board. What the heck? Where did he come up with that kind of discussion that I know a lot of you guys like? And today, what I think we need to do, we're 2 games into the regular season. That means hockey all across the world has begun another grinding season. And that means our Edmonton Oilers prospects are at it. And I could go through the entire bank of prospects. I'll do that more so when we can kind of glance over guys and just look at stats and points and stuff like that as a whole. But today what I want to look at is the guys, of course, from the 2019 NHL entry draft. And there's 6 of them all said and done. And they're all around the earth pretty much, right? There's guys in Russia, in the Czech Republic. There's a guy who should be in the USHL this year. There's Raphael Lavoie over in the QMJHL. And then there's Phillip Roberge back in Sweden playing pro. So without further ado, shall we get to the stats that we need to know? And we'll go descending order. Of course, we'll go first round, second round, third round, fourth round, sixth round, seventh round. And we'll start off with our first round pick in 2019. That just, it gets more and more ridiculous to say every year because it just feels like I'm aging so much every time a new entry draft comes around. So Mr. Phillip Roberge, guys, he's played a total of 12 games this season. He's on loan, so he doesn't count towards our contracts or anything. We do have him signed at this point, so expect to see him in Bakersfield, if not this year, at the end of the year, next year, or the year after, and then in the NHL sometime 2 years from now. So he's playing for Skellefteå AIK in the Swedish Elite League. And, well, you know what? He's doing all right. 2 assists, 8 games played. But perhaps the most impressive thing we've seen out of Phillip Roberge was that kind of end-to-end rush with the chance on net. You know the one I'm talking about, and it's on Oilers' social media. You can look it up. It's been a while since I last watched it. But, guys, that's just an example of what Phillip Roberge brings in his game, the dynamic ability to change a game based on moving his feet and some puck handling skills as well. You almost swear I'm talking about Mike Smith, but no, I'm talking about Phillip Roberge on the back end. And guys, when you talk about it, Phillip Roberge, Evan Bouchard up there as 2 of our top defensemen in the future, yeah, there's without a doubt that we could have a very solid D-core when you're talking about those 2 guys being potentially top-line blue liners 4 or 5 years from now for our Edmonton Oilers. But right now, yeah, and you know what? We're 2-0 in the current season. We're concentrating in the here and now. But this video, all about the then, or all about the can be and might be for the Edmonton Oilers. So, Phillip Roberge, 8 games played in the SHL, 2 assists. And he's played with the U20 Swedish international junior team as well. He's had 1 goal in 4 games played. He's held his own there. The one thing you do need to know based on stats in the SHL is the fact that Phillip Roberge is a -2. So this is just a very quick elite prospects glance of the Edmonton Oilers 2019 prospects. So don't read too much into if somebody's good or not based on their stats. I do encourage you to kind of go out there and find video. But again, I think what I'm doing in this video is just giving you a reminder that the guys I list off in this video are Edmonton Oilers property, and you should be paying attention to them a little bit more than I have, but I'm trying to balance working overtime 8 straight days at work and trying to make sure you guys get videos as well, so it's been a crazy go. However, in the Halifax Moosehead system in the QMJHL, there's a guy named Raphael Lavoie who we stole in the second round. That's at least my take on it. And Raphael Lavoie, he started slow. I think after 6 games, he only had 4 points or something. But all of a sudden, he's back to his regular self. More than a point per game. On pace for 80 points this season with the Mooseheads. Raphael Lavoie has 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points total in 7 games played. He's got 10 penalty minutes and a -1. So that's what you need to know. He kind kind of only had 31 penalty minutes all last year. He's already got more penalty minutes than games played this year. Now the scary one that I think a lot of Oilers fans will get worried about is in the third round, Ilya Khan, our goaltender, the guy who's absolutely been lighting it up in the KHL for pretty much, well, 2 back-to-back years. He might have only played, actually, 2 back-to-back years. Had 7 games in 17-18, had 45 games in 18-19, .89 save percentage, or goals against average, and a .930 save percentage. Like, he was dynamite for Lokomotiv Yaroslavl. But the thing here is that his head coach was Craig MacTavish for most of these games. The Lokomotiv team's struggling out of the gate to start the year, and Craig MacTavish has already been fired. Denis Grebeshkov is also an assistant coach, so maybe that tells you all you need to know. However, Konovalov has 7 games played, 3.2 goals against average, and an .885 save percentage to start the year. Just checking, that save percentage is worse than Mike Smith's to start the year after 7 games compared to 2 games and giving up 7 goals for Mike Smith. Now the third round pick that we need to be aware of, or 4th round pick, pardon me, see I'm already messing things up, going down the list the wrong way, who we need to be aware of is Matai Blumel. And Blumel, he's doing all right, I guess, with the Czech League. He's playing for HC Dynamo Pardubis, but not doing anything fancy there in terms of games played. He's played a whole 1 game for the Czech team and had 1 goal. So that's good news. Yeah, you know what, that's all right. But what we need to really look is the Czech Republic U21 national team, because this is huge for him. He's had 3 games played in that competition and has had 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists. So that's huge for us right there, right? Obviously, good signs as long as you're producing on the national stage. Now the 6th round pick, who's lining up in the USHS prep, but looking to play more games with the Czech Republic U20 national team right now as it sits, is Thomas Majora, and he's looking good. You know what? 2 games played, no points on the board, but I'll say he's looking good just because he's playing games. And that's what we need to look for. 6th round pick to be playing games on a national team in the Czech Republic. You know what? Maybe not totally unexpected, but still good, so we'll monitor him. Again, guys, I'm just giving you names to look out for the full season. So check back these 6 names about every 2nd week or so, and you should be able to kind of get try and look things up on YouTube as well. And for Maxim Denisenko, our 7th round pick by the Oilers in the 2019 entry draft, 193rd overall, he has 2 points with Loko Yaroslavl as the MHL captain. So the league below the KHL, he's the captain down there, and you know what, he's got 2 points, 10 games played, 8 penalty minutes, and a -1. Nothing too fancy, but at 18 years old, I think he's doing all right now as it sits. So guys, realistically, let's break it down. Based on the stats I've given you, the guys you really have to go out there and find some highlights of are Raphael Lavoie, Phillip Roberge, obviously, because he's our 1st round pick, and I think Matai Blumel's the guy you really got to kind of look out of those bottom 3 picks that we had in that draft. Matai Blumel, again, yeah, he's the highest out of all of them, but he looks like the most solid based on what we're seeing. So I'll have to do my research. We'll come more prepared next video, but right now this is just the beginning of the beginning, and these are the guys we got to look forward to all season long. But you got to keep in mind we have about another 20 guys that we do have to keep in mind for this season that are in the NCAA, that are in the USHL, that are in the QMJHL. There are guys all across the board. I think we don't have any guys left in the QMJHL. I think either they're in Wichita or Bakersfield now, but just is what it is, guys. I'm excited to continue watching these guys. Hopefully you can send me some highlights when you feel convenient. Just tag a linked video in the comments section for this video if you want me to watch something and give you some feedback on it. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts on these guys, or who are you most excited out of this crop of 6 to watch? Maybe exclude Phillip Roberge and Raphael Lavoie, go down to a crop of 4, but you let me know in the comments section down below, guys. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. As always, I will catch you in the next one. Get at me with those links. I am up on out of here.